Prada. You wake to the sound of a coin landing in a bowl. You are sitting on a purple and gold carpet, pillows under your knees, wrapped in layers of olive-colored linen, faded and worn at the edges. The bowl sits in front of you. A few silver coins rest in the bottom. The pipe sits to your left, the mouthpiece still in your hand. An old man with a kind round face kneels before you. You are a storyteller, and he would like you to tell him a story. The pipe brought you a new dream of the lions just now, and you decide you will share a page of their story with him. The younger lion, Aragon, remains restful, distrustful. He wants to grow with what his elders He wants to know what his elders can teach him. He wants the older lion to give him a good reason to stay, to convince him that this is his path, that the thing he has been searching for through all this time wandering alone. He wants to know he was right to leave the pride, wants validation for the voice inside him, which has led him so far astray. But he will not say these things. A long time ago, Mahatru began, a restless lion stared across the horizon at the meadow before him, and the mountains framing it, all illuminated in the moonlight. He could no longer bury his questions inside him, and so he left his pride and traveled across a great river. He abandoned his respected and resilient family, abandoned the certainty of his future noble positions in the pride. He let go of his life as he knew it, and he set himself upon the world to be burned or dazzled by its fires. He really didn't care which. Unhinged, he wandered. He discovered new terrain. He tested his mettle against the elements and against the other warriors he encountered. Without the lioness of Kali, he had to stalk and kill his own food, and so he also discovered hunger. He lived close to death at times and became its intimate, and this intimacy caused him to hone his senses. He called out to the winds at sunset. He grew into the gifts bestowed upon him by the moon goddess, gifts of sight and ear, gifts of movement and speed, gifts of knowledge and understanding. And after some time he met another wandering king, equal to him in size, color, and mane. Gazing upon this other was like looking at himself in the water's reflection, right down to the moonlight shining in his eyes. Lions have a social order which must be established immediately whenever they meet, and which often results in bloodshed, sometimes death. The two kings did not know the full breadth of their powers, let alone their destiny, but something whispered to them, something told them they were part of something different, a new way, a new order. Instead of dueling for a position, for bragging rights, for some imagined hierarchy, they simply stood for a long time, taking each other in, and for one by one, they each let out a series of mighty roars. When they finished, they walked to a place nearby, under a mango tree that looked over a fertile valley. There they lay down side by side under the full moon. The old man with the round face bows, "Thank you," and takes his leave.
All right.